We were astonished to come across the article about the Lewis Hamilton retirement theory by one Jamie Woodhouse. We couldn't help but wonder how such a shocking article came to be published. Was this just an outrageous clickbait or signs of something darker? Well, we believe it is a combination of both. But before going further to explain, we invite those of you who haven't yet done so, to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification icon, to be notified when the next video is uploaded. Now, back to the matter at hand. We will show you how this completely wild and baseless article was manufactured by those with a vested interest in, and history of, smearing Sir Lewis. How those who prepared the ground for the audacious attempt to gaslight the theft of his 8th title in Abu Dhabi in 2021, by smearing him repeatedly in advance, are now beginning another smear campaign in advance of a possible 8th title at Ferrari. Sadly, these are multimillion-dollar conglomerates, looking to incite and monetize anti-Lewis sentiments. The earliest references to this so-called rumor oozed out of the sewer 5 days ago, on the 2nd of June. This was a combination of an article by Jamie Woodhouse, available on Planet F1, the UK digital platform, with links to F1 and Sky Sports, and a video by a German Formula 1 news YouTube channel, Formel 1, owned by Motorsport Network, a global media and technology company, with strong ties to Liberty Media and Formula 1. Jamie's scandalous article was reproduced on MSN, in multiple jurisdictions around the world, and was also used to produce articles by other German media. So, at the click of a button, this totally wild and baseless article, as acknowledged by its own headline, is splattered around the world, smearing Lewis Hamilton and propagating the false notion that he is somewhat lacking in motivation. Ferrari are somewhat concerned about their signing, and, to save face from having to fulfill his Ferrari contract, a demotivated Lewis would retire from F1 at the end of this season. Is this what passes for journalism in Formula 1 today? A shameless Planet F1 article spreading a scurrilous rumor, supported by a link to a Formel 1 YouTube video spreading the same rumor, is then disseminated through a global platform, at the push of a button, and before you know it, the rumor has been around the world multiple times, generating clicks, before anyone can say fake news. It is noteworthy that Toto Wolff did not see fit to come to Lewis's defense as he has been known to do for Liberty Media, Max Verstappen, and Red Bull. It was Ferrari who came out in defense of Sir Lewis. It says everything about the current state of affairs in Formula 1, that Formel 1 is owned by Motorsport Network, who produced the 2021 Global Fan Survey that we have criticized heavily in previous videos. This 2021 survey, which made such outrageously false claims as Max Verstappen being the most popular F1 driver, and Formula 1 being a champion of women in the sport, is about as much a work of fiction as the Formel 1 video discussing the unfounded rumors of the impending retirement of a demotivated Lewis. If Sir Lewis's star is on the wane, why is he featured prominently on the Formel 1 banner, the Motorsport Network homepage, and why have Planet F1 now produced an article, with a named source proclaiming that Sir Lewis will be a serious title contender at Ferrari? Why does the Planet F1 article about the retirement of a demotivated Sir Lewis, at the end of the year, feature a poll asking who will come out on top between him and Charles in 2025? How does this sit with the fact that only 45 minutes earlier, Jamie had published another article in which Sebastian Vettel had declared that Lewis Hamilton was the greatest of all time? But beyond the obvious shamelessness of those involved in propagating the ridiculous rumor, lies the dark racist dog whistles used to incite those looking for any opportunity to smear Sir Lewis. Unsurprisingly, a few days after the propagation of the baseless retirement rumors, GP Fans, an online Dutch F1 platform, published an article with the clickbait title, suggesting that Ferrari were afraid that Lewis was demotivated, when in fact it was the reporter passing of his own toxic notion as that of Ferrari's. It is disgraceful that these global multimedia platforms are conspiring across multiple jurisdictions to smear Sir Lewis, but it is particularly damning that this latest plot was anchored in the UK, Sir Lewis's home country. One can understand but not condone why a Dutch platform might be inclined to smear Sir Lewis, but what is the motivation for the Germans and Brits? Why would a British media outlet conspire with foreign agencies to smear Britain's greatest sportsperson? Why would a German media outlet conspire with others to smear the greatest of all time, who was exclusively powered by Mercedes? What could possibly be the shared motive for all these three jurisdictions? Our regular visitors will not be surprised to find Lewis Hamilton's friend and team principal, Toto Wolff, amongst those inciting ill will towards him. Yes, just a day after Jamie's hatchet job on Planet F1, Toto Wolff was featured in the Dutch GP fans article throwing shade at Sir Lewis. The headline image showing a rueful Toto next to a fashionably attired Lewis sends a subliminal message to their target audience, which is backed up by Toto's message that he was caught unawares by Lewis's departure. However, to us, the article sends a sharply contrasting message. To us, the article reaffirms Toto Wolff's duplicity and burning desire for Lewis Hamilton not to surpass Michael Schumacher's 7 titles. Why should Toto Wolff, who had repeatedly proclaimed publicly that he owes Sir Lewis an 8th title, and then declined to meet all the terms and conditions that Sir Lewis requested, be surprised that he went to someone who was prepared to not only exceed those terms, but give him a fighting chance at an 8th title? Perhaps Toto Wolff thought he could exploit Sir Lewis's loyalty to provide him with a below-par car, so that he could never get an 8th title. Why should Toto, who had repeatedly proclaimed publicly that he would understand if Lewis went to Ferrari, in light of the problems at Mercedes, now claim to be surprised that he has done so? Perhaps Toto was just crying wolf. You see, when people are talking inside an echo chamber, they forget that the rest of the world will not likely share their views, so when the chamber is inadvertently exposed, their prejudice is laid bare for all to see. Toto might have thought he was damning Sir Lewis with faint praise, but we see him for the wolf that he is. One cannot help but wonder how GP fans knew that Toto would provide good content. The fact that a German YouTube channel birthed this outrageous rumor, with the subsequent contribution of Toto Wolff, supports our findings published in our previous videos that Toto Wolff, Mercedes F1, and a significant number of Germans have been living in trepidation of Sir Lewis winning an 8th title. The outrageous article is a manifestation of their deeply held fear of Sir Lewis exceeding Michael Schumacher's 7 titles. It is interesting that Sebastian Vettel, the German, who raced against both Lewis and Michael, can declare Sir Lewis the GOAT, but Hamilton's team principal, Toto, who never engaged with Michael on any professional level, and has acknowledged that he owes Lewis an 8th title, is adamant that Michael will always be the greatest, no matter how many titles Lewis wins. Was Toto surprised that Lewis had unwittingly escaped his dastardly plan to usher him out of F1, with Michael's record unsurpassed? Does Toto believe we are buying his claim that he has no hard feelings about Sir Lewis moving to Ferrari, when all he does and says is contrary? It is abundantly clear that those who are in the business of undermining Sir Lewis know that they have an ally in Toto Wolff. That is why they knew he would not challenge the theft in Abu Dhabi, and that is also why they knew he would contribute to the latest smear campaign. Why are all these people obsessed with Sir Lewis's move to Ferrari, if he has lost his drive? We are calling on people to be vigilant because all these smearing is a precursor to something awful, just like they did in Abu Dhabi 2021.